Tune in every day, way up. You are now tuned in to Angela, but I call her Yee. Way up.
Yo, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Mano's here.
Yeah, back in the building.
Back in the building. So much going on. I'm glad you're here because we have a lot to discuss today. But we also do have some special guests joining us. Jussie Smollett, Mona Scott Young, and Jabari Red. They have a new movie, The Lost Holiday, limited theater release on Friday. So we'll be talking to them today. I know you know Mona Scott Young.
I know Mona well. Yeah, definitely.
Well, listen, today's going to be a really fun day because we're talking about things that are near and dear to our hearts, but we'll get into that in a minute. In the meantime, always love, always positivity. That's how we always start the show because between everything that's going on in the world, we need it. All right, 800-292-5150. Call us up. Let us know who you want to shine a light on. Let's spread the love. Today is Way Up with Angela Yee.
I'ma shine. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here and Mano's here.
Good morning.
And I want to shine a light today on St. Jude, okay? St. Jude is an organization that is based out of Memphis, Tennessee. And I actually went to the St. Jude Children's Hospital already. I visited there before. And what they do there is because of donations, families do not get a bill for treatment. They don't get a bill for traveling. They don't get a bill for housing. They don't get a bill for food. And so you know how expensive it can be if your child gets sick, if your child has cancer, sickle cell, any of those things. Well, they treat children from around the world at St. Jude, and it saves people's lives, and it helps families so much.
Yeah, I know. You see the commercials all the time.
Right.
They've been around for a long time.
They've been around for a long time. It's also consistently ranked as one of the best places to donate by Charity Navigator. And I've actually had a chance to, like I said, see it in person. And 82 cents of every dollar supports the treatment. And of course, everything else has to go to running the business and all of that. But that's a huge portion of that money that goes directly to these kids and to these families. The kids also don't miss school because they have classes there. So when I went there, it was a really emotional experience. They're very transparent about everything that's happening. I've had a chance to speak to some of the people who actually work at the organization, some of the doctors, all of that, some of the families who were helped at St. Jude.
Look at you out here just being, come on.
I mean, imagine a world where every child has a fighting chance. This September, you can make that a reality. So you can stand with St. Jude against childhood cancer. Text Way Up to 785-833 to give $19 a month and get your This Shirt Saves Lives tee. That's Way Up to 785-833. Standard data and text messaging rates apply. Now, Ronnie, who do you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on the families of the heroic fallen frontline workers in New York State. I'm a COVID widow.
Ooh.
Sorry, I'm
That's
a COVID
okay,
widow.
Ronnie.
My late husband, Joseph Fletcher, perished at the start of the pandemic. He was an MTA worker. So my call is to shine a light on every other family of the fallen and to let them know. Go to Fairness for Fallen Frontline Workers and then reach out to your local officials. Because out of 6,657 essential workers who perished in 2020 and 2021, only 157 received workman's compensation.
Wow. Ronnie, first of all, I want to thank you so much for calling today because you found something out and you want to make sure that other people are able to do that. And I, again, am sorry for your loss, but much appreciation, you know, for the frontline workers, essential workers who really made a difference during the pandemic. All right. Well, thank you so much for calling us. I appreciate it. You sound like an amazing person. I can already tell just by your tone and everything. And
Thank you so much.
how you broke it all down for us. So thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Have a wonderful day.
All right.
Bye-bye.
You too. All right. Well, that was Shine a Light. We love that. 800-292-5150 if you couldn't get through. Mano, what are we going to talk about when we come back?
A lot.
Offset and Cardi B. Cardi B went live and she was spilling all kinds of tea, but I will say she made a lot of valid points. I saw a lot of people in the comments. Offset was one of them. So we'll talk about that when we come back. For Yee T, it's Way Up.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
Let's go. Yeah.
You are a media maven, right?
Ooh, you never know what Angie's gonna say.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. And I told you guys we'll be doing a lot with St. Jude today, talking about St. Jude, a place that is near and dear to my heart. And as someone who believes in the power of science and compassion, the dedication St. Jude has for sickle cell research really does stand out. From their very first grant in 1958 to today's pioneering treatments, like the world's first sickle cell cure through a bone marrow transplant, they have been making history. And you can also join in by pledging just $19 a month to help kids at St. Jude fight cancer and other life-threatening diseases like sickle cell. Plus, when you do that, you'll get the new This Shirt Saves Lives t-shirt. Just text WAY UP to 785-833 and click the link from St. Jude to donate. Now, guys, I am honored to have the opportunity to chat with Dr. Jerlem S. Porter from the Department of Psychology and Behavioral Sciences at St. Jude, who has dedicated her work in sickle cell disease. If you could highlight recently published research that you had a part in and explain its impact on hematology.
One of the areas that I am focusing my research on is decision-making for transformative treatment options like transplant and gene therapy. Both of those options potentially can cure sickle cell disease, but there's still a lot of research that's being conducted in those areas.
What opportunities have you had at St. Jude for research and collaboration that have been important both to your work and to the St. Jude mission?
I'm really interested in transition from pediatric care to adult care for patients with sickle cell disease. Historically, patients were not living longer. They weren't surviving into adulthood, but now they are. We have a transition program that helps to prepare patients for the adult side, to help them understand their illness, to gain skills in how to manage their disease. I've been very fortunate to collaborate with the Department of Hematology and the transition program.
What do the donors and supporters mean to you and to your work?
I appreciate the donors and supporters. It enables me to be able to make a meaningful impact in the lives of the patients we serve.
If you could tell all the fundraisers and donors who support St. Jude one thing, what would it be?
It would be thank you. We are able to support patients and families in countless ways because of your donations. And without your generosity, the cutting edge research and world-class patient care that we provide would not be possible.
Thank you so much, Dr. Porter, for your time. We appreciate it. Now, since opening in 1962, St. Jude has been a key part of advancing research and treatments for sickle cell disease. Thanks to the support of people like you, our fight against this deadly disease continues, and we will not stop until we defeat childhood cancer and other diseases like sickle cell. Join us this September for Sickle Cell Awareness Month and become a monthly donor. Text WAY UP to 785-833 and click that link from St. Jude. When you do, you'll get the new This Shirt Saves Lives t-shirt. That's WAY UP to 785-833. Standard data and text messaging rates apply. And when we come back, we got your Yee tea. We'll be talking about Cardi B. She went live yesterday, and it feels like a woman who is fed up is way up.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip,
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Talk to 'em.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Way
I'm here.
up.
Mano's here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Let's get into this piping hot Yee tea.
Pause.
All right. Offset and Cardi B. They have been going at it on social media. Cardi B went live, and people are saying this
Right.
freestyle really cut deep. Here is what she had to say.
When I tell you these ain't please believe me. They gon' on anything. These way too easy. Good for nothing, low down dirty dog. I'm convinced. Next time you see your mama, tell her how she raised the I'm going out. Side, cause it's hot out. You was playing games. You on time out. Where to find I'm trying to find I've been cuffed up too long. Let me remind
This feel like a Be Careful Part 2, you know what I'm saying? All right, but anyway, she was on live and she had a lot to say. Offset was also in the comments. Now, she said this about the fact that there's a lot of people in her DMs trying to get at her, but she does have integrity. Here's what she said.
So one thing I'm not gonna do is entertaining them, your ops that be in my DMs trying to suck my I will never do that because the op to you is a that wants you dead. And I don't want you dead because my kids love the out at you. I really follow street codes. I will never be a lame ass that with a op just to get back. No, I don't have to do that. I just got a that's better than you.
Ooh,
That's what they need to take out of that.
I know.
That's the realest thing out of the whole situation.
Right, that I still, look, you still the father of my kids.
Right, she's standing on integrity, and a lot of girls need to hear that.
A lot of guys need to hear that too.
They don't. No.
Integrity of not messing with
Right,
who's
because
ops.
girls would turn around and spin around and, knock off a guy that she know that you don't like and he don't like you.
All right. Well, she goes on to talk about his cheating because she feels like she's put up with a lot. And admittedly, he has cheated. Right? Here's what she has to say about that.
He's trying to FaceTime me because he's trying to show me the girls that he been, I guess, or talking to. And it's like, I don't care. You was blowing up my phone all weekend. I blocked you. You trying to show me, trying to get me mad like, oh, let me show you the on I don't care. You're a lame. You gotta them in order to get your ego to feel high. Because I don't make you feel like you're that in this home. I'm too much woman for you.
Wow, I know all this was really like, whoo, because people were definitely in them comments. I was watching this live, and he left a comment, "You effed with a baby inside, tell the truth." And then she went on Twitter and wrote, "And did." She also said that he can't spill all her dirt and all her tea because she'll do it herself.
Right.
And so it doesn't matter what you say, I'm going to say it myself. She also discussed not wanting to be bought again, and that a lot of times he'll try to buy her things when he's trying to come back around, and she's like, that's not going to work anymore. But you can't buy me things and think I'm gonna come back. And she talked about him paying $2,000 every time he wants to sleep with women. She said all of this on the live.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, it's
the going price.
Yeah, she's like, look, women out here need some money. It's that season, so that's why they're gonna do it. Now, she also says that while she does regret him, she is very grateful for her kids. Here's what she said:
You done it all. Nothing surprises me anymore. Thank you for my kids, though. All 3 of them. I don't regret none of them. But I regret you. You're good, daddy. You alright. But you.
In the midst of all this, she's still thinking about her kids, which I think is important, right? You're still thinking about so it doesn't feel like she's going to use that to be a weapon. Because some people will say, you don't take care of your kids, you don't do this, you don't do that. But she's like, you're a good dad. I'll give you that. Now, he posted, everybody can see I don't want you. It's okay. I'm not talking about this no more. All love. You will be calling me after a couple of months. You my BM. I won.
So
people really thought that was not cool at all. And then she said, coming from the same one that had to DM me all weekend, crashing out because he was blocked, hurt because I was going to Paris. He right. It will be the last time talking about his lame A. And then she said, baby, trying to side with the ops is never a good look. I started talking to N-words on June 24th. Didn't I tell you I would spill my own tea? And he said, you Cardi B, N-words gonna hit you. I would too. And, a lot of this went on online. And I think that they probably are going to end up, because they're co-parenting. They have 3 young children.
Right.
And I feel like they're going to end up regretting this back and forth on social media.
This is straight up emotions right here, because from his point of view, I mean, if she is stepping back out as a guy, you never want to see that. That hit totally different. We could be doing all the stuff that we doing, but when your girl change and she not the same and she really step out, oh man.
Well, I want to ask you guys, in the midst of a breakup, because we've all had breakups before, have you done or said anything that you regret, that you wish you could take back, that you're like, man, I was emotional, I shouldn't have said this, I shouldn't have done that? 800-292-5150. We're talking about breakups in real life. Have you ever done or said something that now you look back at it and you regret it? Again, 800-292-5150. I know you have, Mano. Cut it out. It's way up.
Yeah, what's happening? You want to know my name?
Way Up with Angela Yee.
Turn me on.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here and Mano's here.
You may know.
Right.
And earlier in Yee we were talking about Cardi B and Offset. She went live and he's been responding on social media. And he said, the fact you keep going shows you hurt. Leave alone. Don't you got an N-word? Ain't we divorced? I mean, he accused her of having sex with other people while she was pregnant by him. She responded on social media and did. The 2 of them have been going back and forth. She, discussed his issues and said she was more of the man of the house and that he's insecure and that he's not real, which is why he will mess with her ops and do stuff like that. But the 2 of them do have 3 children together. They are married. No matter what, they're going to be somehow in each other's lives.
Right.
Now, Mano, you're a petty person. Have you ever regretted saying or doing something while you were breaking up?
I pretty much push the line and go over the line.
I know.
Many times, yeah.
Okay. Do you regret anything?
I have.
Are you going to tell us something crazy you said?
I don't know, just F you, your family, everybody.
Wow.
Because in the heat of passion, right? I mean, you
say anything to hurt the person.
You saying anything to hurt, you going to hurt somebody's feelings. That's what you want to do. You trying to say the most hurtful things, right? Because they coming back at you, and then, it's all about self-control. And a lot of times I didn't have it. So have I regretted things? Yes. Have I not regretted things sometimes? No.
I think for me, my worst pain that I can inflict on somebody is just being a ghost and gone, no response, like you never mattered at all.
Yeah.
And I won't even entertain a conversation.
Yeah, I'm going for the conflict.
Yeah, see, I'm not.
Yeah.
I feel like that always cuts deeper than if you just ignore somebody.
Yeah, you just gotta bet you're better than me.
All right, well, Chris, have you ever regretted saying or doing something during a breakup?
Yeah, man, I was married for like 21 years, and then when we came to the end of our relationship, as she was leaving, she said, "Well, what about the kids? You had kids prior before I got with her," and I was like, "I mean, you grown, them kids got a kids too."
You said
my kids,
was like, F them kids. F them kids, right?
But after the divorce and they got all settled and stuff like that, and like Bag said, like men don't want to see another woman move on, and so I was hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to say or do anything that I can get back at her, but then I got back with the relationship with the kids and stuff like that. But I did say, man, you go, they gotta go too.
Okay. All right. Well, you made up for it.
Yeah, I think I did. I mean, they still ain't talking to me though.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, that's tough because it ain't got nothing to do with them. But trying to hurt her, you said something about the kids.
Yeah, and I regret it. Don't get me wrong, I regret it. I wish I never said it because I've been in those kids' lives for 20 plus years, so I was like a father figure, if not a father.
That's a long time to be in their lives.
That's a long time.
Years.
That's a long time.
Just to be like, F you.
It'd be all right.
It'd be all right.
Oh my gosh. Bye.
F them kids. That was funny.
Martine.
Hey.
Hey, you want to tell me, Amado, something? I could tell already you done did something crazy or said something crazy during a breakup.
Listen,
I can tell by your voice.
And she probably don't even regret it.
She said, hey.
Listen, I wouldn't say the word regret. I would say do better. Like, you gotta learn from your mistakes, right? And I wasn't thinking about my kids at the time. I was not thinking about how my family might react. And
what
when
did
I
you
think
do?
about it, I'm like, what did I do?
Yeah.
I went on the internet and I let that person have it. I was like, you ain't your mom this. Like, I was saying all types of things, like even like literally mentioned something about a kid. Like things that you're not supposed to do.
Right. Kids are off limits.
And I had let my emotions get literally the best of me. And when I thought about it, I started reflecting. And having a kid, it really shifts your point of view. And I just looked at my son afterwards and I'm like, yo, I would never want a woman like that talking to my child.
Right.
And he had forgave me and everything.
All right.
So
well, thank you. Thank you, Martine. We appreciate it.
Yes, I appreciate you. And shout out to you, Angela Yee. I went to the Yee event.
Yee Day.
For Labor Day. Yeah, and I loved it. That was like my first time. I wanted to say that to you last time.
Oh,
but that was
thank
like my
you.
first time going to a public event, and I'm a person like I have like a bit of anxiety, and I tell you that was the first time I felt my safest in an outdoor event.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Martine. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so
All
shout
right,
out
take
to you
care,
for
babe.
that, for real. Thank you.
Thank you. Her ex messed up. That's all I know. I like her. All right. When we come back, we have your Yeetie, and let's talk about some updates on Diddy. He is going to take the stand. We'll tell you what we know about that. He can't wait to testify. We'll tell you who told us that. It's a good source. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Do this. Yeah.
Yo.
More Way Up with Angela Yee on now.
You know who it is. You know who it is.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee. And as you know, we are partnering with St. Jude all day today. And I'm really excited about that. I've been to Memphis. I've been to St. Jude Hospital. I've seen the work that they do. They provide customized care for some of the world's sickest children. And these kids and their families don't have to pay a dime. All right. When they have to deal with childhood cancer, with sickle cell. Well, today I do want to share a story from a patient at St. Jude. Now, during a normal nighttime routine, Alana's grandmother discovered a lump on her thigh. Listen now as her grandmother shares how their world was turned upside down.
Alana, I'd call Alana my bundle of joy, and I'm her paternal grandmother. Every time you see her, she's going to always give you a hug. In February, she was diagnosed with leukemia. I was giving her a bath, and we noticed a lump on her. It was like a little lump on her thigh. Immediately, mom took her to La Bonheur and noticed Alana had another lump on her shoulder. LeBonner stated they was calling St. Jude in. St. Jude explained to us that the lymph nodes was irregular due to the white blood cells in her body. And when they did the ultrasound on her, they noticed that on the outside with the physical eye, we can actually see 4. But when they actually did the ultrasound, it was 12. They did the biopsy. We found out it was leukemia and turned our whole lives upside down. It's a little scary because you're always asking, what did I do wrong? Or did I do anything wrong? Or could I have done anything better? Or should I have done anything different? She will start off with the radiation. Then she would do the chemo, knowing that we'll continue to test her white blood cells to make sure that they are going back normal. When she was diagnosed, she was actually in pre-K, and we had to pull her out of pre-K, and she did schooling here. She's able to still receive the education, and she's able to come here to interact with other children who are going through the same things that she's going through. St. Jude not only care for the children, but they care about keeping the family intact. Only thing you need to worry about is making sure your baby is healthy and your baby is happy. To the St. Jude supporters, I would say, open with your heart. If you can only give $1, give $1 a day. No amount is too small. Thank you. If I can hug you all, I will hug you all, give you a kiss.
With your support, St. Jude can provide cutting-edge treatment at no cost to families. Become a partner in hope today. All you have to do is text the word WAY UP to the number 785-833 and click that link from St. Jude to donate. Please text WAY UP to the number 785-833. Standard data and text messaging rates apply. When we come back, we're talking about Diddy. Now, you know 50 Cent has his documentary coming out on Netflix. Well, we'll also discuss another documentary and the revelation that Diddy is going to take the stand. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Yee T is next.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Come and get the tea.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here and Amano is here.
Yeah, baby.
And I've been talking about St. Jude all morning and all afternoon so far. Well, afternoon's on the way. And we do need 40 of our listeners to become St. Jude Partners in Hope this hour so we can kick things off today. Become a St. Jude Partner in Hope by pledging just $19 a month to help kids at St. Jude fight cancer. Put your gift on a debit or credit card and you'll also get this new This Shirt Saves Lives t-shirt. Just text WAY UP to 785-833 and you can click the link from St. Jude to donate. That's WAY UP to 785-833 and click the link from St. Jude to donate. Standard data and text messaging rates apply. Something again that's near and dear to my heart. I visited in person in Memphis, so I know how important the work that they do there is. Those kids and those families pay no money to get the treatment that they need to keep those kids alive.
Good.
All right, now let's get right into this. By the way, we're also following what's going on with New York City Mayor Eric Adams, and they have indicted him on 5 federal charges related to bribery, wire fraud, and soliciting campaign contributions from foreign nationals. It's a 57-page indictment that has just been unsealed this morning. I'm reading it right now.
Right.
So I'm going to go through all 57 pages, hopefully by the time the show ends so I can update you on what's happening.
Crazy.
All right. Now let's get into 50 Cent. He has this Diddy abuse documentary that's coming on Netflix. We already knew about this. He's been talking about it. So Netflix is doing this docuseries with him about charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, as well as sexual assault and violent abuse allegations. Alexandria Stapleton is directing the project. It is currently in production. So there's several different documentaries, by the way, coming out.
Don't they have one on Tubi already?
Tubi. So there's another part coming. TMZ did this one, right? And then TMZ has more coming. And on this documentary, Diddy's lawyer is saying that Diddy cannot wait to testify. Here he is.
I don't know that I could keep him off the stand. He is very eager to tell his story.
You know, I might have to watch that one too, because I've been trying to make sure we pay close attention.
That comes from the Tubi one.
Yeah, that's the Tubi one. Now, Diddy's lawyer is also answering questions about these 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant that were allegedly seized from Diddy's properties, according to the indictment. And here's what he had to say.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was a lot. I mean, there's a Costco right down the street. Americans buy in bulk, as we know. And this is consensual adults doing what consensual adults do. We can't get so puritanical in this country to think that somehow sex is a bad thing.
Yeah, right. I see the angle they're taking here. They're
They
saying,
never said it was specifically 1,000 bottles of baby oil, though.
Yeah, he said he doesn't know where that 1,000 number came from. But he did say, Costco's there, so people buy in bulk. But I see the angle. I can already see what he's trying to say is, why are we villainizing people who like to have sex consensually?
Right.
I could already see
Right.
what his the way that he's going to frame things. All right, but again, that TMZ documentary, The Downfall of Diddy, The Indictment, is what's going to be coming up on Tubi. All right. Man, just so much going on right now as we're trying to pay attention to everything that's happening in real time. Man, why are you looking like that?
No, I'm just thinking.
All right. Well, Jordan Woods and Carl Anthony Towns have moved into a $14 million home. So that's good for them. It's a LA area mansion, 7 bedrooms, 17 bathrooms. And they moved into this house back in May, 11,000 plus square feet. She's definitely somebody who's landed on her feet. Remember all the drama and controversy previously with them. So it's happy to see her as part of this happy couple doing things like that. A nice, beautiful $14 million home. All right. Well, that is your Yee Tea. And when we come back, we have the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. Plus, we have some special guests joining us today. Jussie Smollett, Mona Scott Young, and Jabari Red. Mona Scott Young is actually producing this movie, The Lost Holiday, with Jussie Smollett. And he also directed it and is starring in it.
He gonna be up here.
Yes, he's going to be up here. And we'll be talking to them. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Listen.
It's what you all been waiting for.
You're tapped in to Way Up with Angela Yee.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. And Mano, you know that September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, it's a big deal. And I went to
St. You got the St. Jude thing going on.
Yes, St. Jude. And there's no better time to make a difference. Did you know that childhood cancer is the leading cause of death by disease for kids in the U.S.? And that's why St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is on a mission to find cures and save lives. They're providing life-saving treatments to kids at no cost to families, not for travel, not for food, or even housing. All of that is covered thanks to supporters like you. Become a monthly donor by pledging just $19 a month, and you'll get this Shirt Saves Lives t-shirt. Just text Way Up to 785-833 now to donate. I told you about when I went to Memphis and how eye-opening that was for me to actually go to St. Jude.
Right.
To the hospital there, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And I had a chance to see the facilities. Amazing. Even like the classrooms. So
is
kids
that the main hospital?
Yes, that's the hospital.
So they have other hospitals, other places, or that's the only one?
Well, that's the Children's Research Hospital.
Right,
so that's the one where they have like lodging for families. All of that is taken care of and paid for. They have school so the kids aren't falling behind in school, because that's another thing to think about when you're staying in the hospital and basically living there. You don't want to fall behind on everything. So when you go back to school, now you're, a couple of years behind, because sometimes it takes even that long.
Yeah.
And I had a chance to even see how St. Jude was formed, when they opened the doors, why they did that. And really the point is they've helped push the overall survival rate from 20% to more than 80%. And the goal is to make sure that no child dies from cancer. That is an amazing goal. So yes, being able to see where that money is going is really important. Elise Neal was there. She's from Memphis. And she actually
met her.
She opened up a production studio out there.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But every child deserves a chance to live their best life and celebrate every moment. When you support St. Jude, you can help make cures possible for kids with cancer. And together we can save more lives. I met some of the families who actually benefited from St. Jude and being able to stay.
You met some of the kids.
Stay there. I didn't meet the kids, but I met the parents. And I actually did meet somebody who was a patient there years ago that now works with St. Jude.
Wow.
So you get to see the work that gets done. Join me and St. Jude this September during Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Text Way Up to 785-833 and become a monthly donor for just $19. When you do, you'll get the new This Shirt Saves Lives t-shirt. Again, text Way Up to 785-833 and click the link from St. Jude. Donate now. Standard data and text messaging rates apply. And when you get your shirt, tag me in it, text me so I can repost it. We want to see everybody wearing their shirts. I love to cut my shirt up and make it look cute. This shirt saves lives. All right. Well, when we come back, let's talk about Eric Adams. We've seen a lot of drama going on.
Man.
Well, they unsealed that indictment today.
As soon as I get a mail that I could just text and call.
That's the problem.
This is crazy. Wow. As soon as I get here.
But I want to tell you what I have to say about all of these things, because recently we also interviewed Brad Lander, and we'll play that locally in New York tomorrow. But Brad Lander's also running for mayor, but he's also the New York City comptroller. So I'm going to give you my insight into all of this too. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Way up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T.
Way up.
It's Way Up with Angela
Way
Yee.
up.
I'm here, and Mano is here.
Right.
And you're here, and right now we need 40 of our listeners to become St. Jude Partners in Hope this hour to kick things off today. Become a St. Jude Partner in Hope by pledging just $19 a month to help kids at St. Jude fight cancer. Put your gift on a debit or credit card, and you'll get the new This Shirt Saves Lives t-shirt. Just text Way Up to 785-833 and click the link from St. Jude to donate. That's Way Up to 785-833 and click the link from St. Jude to donate. Standard data and text messaging rates apply. Way up, guys.
Such a pro.
All right, well, let's get into some Yeetie. Man, Eric Adams. So I'm reading this whole indictment. It's like 57 pages. I'm on page 20.
This is crazy.
Now, Eric Adams, after it was revealed that he was going to be indicted, he had a pre-taped statement that he put out, and here's what he had to say in that statement.
These charges will be entirely false, based on lies. For months, leaks and rumors have been aimed at me in an attempt to undermine my credibility and paint me as guilty. I will fight these injustices with every ounce of my strength and my spirit. If I'm charged, I know I am innocent.
It's basically saying, if you're viewing this, that means
I've been charged. All right. Now, he did have a presser. He's still speaking, and he has no intention to step down. And I saw Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was calling for him to step down. I saw Chio say. I saw a lot of people are saying he should step down.
Any of these people that used to support him?
I think that, you know, they have a very complicated relationship, especially like with the city council. They don't get along at all.
Right.
And so they override and veto things, and he vetoes what they have going on. It's a very hostile relationship between those two. And he's known as being more conservative as a Democrat. So somebody who's really progressive may not like his policies. So in general, not so much.
Not so much.
Right. But the main distraction is that a lot of people around him have resigned in recent days. And so they're saying there's a lot of people that are not running the city because people have resigned from those top positions.
It's like the house is crashing.
Right. Well, he did have a presser because he's not running from any of this, and it felt like a lot of backlash.
This is not a black day. This is a youth day. You are disrespect to all black people in this city.
He sounded like Fred Hampton.
That was somebody that did not like Eric Adams, okay? Because, you know, he a lot of times will state that because he's a black mayor. We've only had one other one, David Dinkins. He gets a lot of flack for that. And it's a race thing as well, is what he's been saying.
Yeah, I believe that, though.
But this person is saying it's not. It's a you thing. Now, here's what else he said at his presser.
It's an unfortunate day, and it's a painful day. But inside of all of that, it's a day when we will finally reveal why for 10 months I have gone through this. And I look forward to defending myself and defending the people of this city.
All right. Now, I'm going to tell you from reading this indictment what's going on right now. And mind you, I'm only not even halfway through it. But from what I can see, and a lot of this has to do with straw donors, you know, illegal campaign contributions, and with this indictment. But the wrongdoing that they're saying that he's facing criminal prosecution, and by the way, he's the first sitting mayor of New York City to face criminal prosecution, has to do with him traveling to Turkey. Now, some of the things include they're saying him getting these business class trips, this heavily discounted luxury hotel rooms. And then also soliciting for his campaign. So it says here that one person was going to contribute, a businessman on one of his trips was going to contribute $50,000 or more to his 2021 campaign, believing that he might one day be president of the United States, hoping to gain influence. And then they were figuring out how to funnel that money so that you couldn't see, because you have to sign all these things when you're raising money and when you're matching funds, that the funds can't come from international places, and there's certain limitations to the amount counts. So what they're trying to say is that he had a lot of straw donors. But we'll get more into it.
Which is something that most politicians is regular.
And I'll say that too. A lot of times politicians do things not necessarily in the right way, especially when it comes to travel and favors.
Absolutely. You want to tell me Giuliani wasn't on first class
But
flights?
we can't make these allegations. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I am though.
when we come back, Jussie Smollett, Mona Scott Young, and Jabari Red are going to be joining us. The Lost Holiday, limited release AMC theaters tomorrow. We'll discuss its way up.
Listen, yeah.
It's what you all been waiting for.
You're tapped in the Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. And did you know that September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month? It's a cause that's very close to my heart because pediatric cancer is the leading cause of death by disease for kids in the U.S. And each week, over 290 children and teens are diagnosed with cancer. But thanks to places like St. Jude, there is hope. You can help too. Become a monthly donor by pledging just $19 a month to help kids at St. Jude fight cancer. When you do, you'll get the new This Shirt Saves Lives t-shirt. Just text the word WAY UP to the number 785-833 and click the link from St. Jude to donate. Now I have a very special guest with us. Let's hear from Shalonda, a St. Jude patient's mom who knows firsthand the impact the work at St. Jude is making. I want to talk to you about your daughter, Shayla. Tell me a little bit about her.
Shayla's my miracle baby. After her first birthday, we noticed her appetite wasn't too great. We noticed that she started having nosebleeds, which led me to make an appointment for her to go to the doctor. Eventually, she was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia.
And so she did undergo chemotherapy, correct?
Yes, we were trying other conventional chemotherapies. Nothing was working. We knew we would probably have to go for a bone marrow transplant. And that's when we got the lifeline to St. Jude. Our doctor put us in touch with one of their top leukemia doctors. He had a trial that he was trying to bring there, and we got a chance to come to St. Jude to see if we could possibly save her life.
How was that for you trying to stay hopeful too? Because like you said, sometimes...
St. Jude has a lot of hope. You can feel the energy of the place. We had a goal of trying to, survive and beat this thing.
And tell me, how is Shayla doing today?
Shayla is doing very well. She's still in remission.
What does it mean that you never have to pay St. Jude for treatment, housing, travel, food, anything?
With St. Jude being able to pay for everything and not have to worry about the financial aspect of treatment, it's a godsend. Thank you. Please continue to keep donating. The children need you. The families need you. You're ensuring that other children have hope for a future.
When we rally for a common cause, we become beacons of hope for children with cancer and their families. That's why St. Jude is asking you to join us against childhood cancer this September. Together, we can help cure childhood cancer. Text WAY UP to 785-833 to become a monthly donor, and you'll get your very own This Shirt Saves Lives t-shirt. Again, text WAY UP to 785-833 and click the link from St. Jude. Standard data and text messaging rates apply. And when we come back, we have some special guests in the building: Jussie Smollett, Mona Scott Young, and Jabari Red from the movie The Lost Holiday. That's going to be in theaters limited tomorrow. AMC theaters. It's Way Up.
Yeah, what's happening?
You want to know my name? Way Up with Angela Yee.
Turn me on.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. And y'all know my guy, Carlos King, has been guest hosting.
Yes.
And how could I not have you here while we talk to Mona Scott Young, Jussie Smollett, and Jabari Red.
Yay.
And now the reason the three of them are here is for The Lost Holiday.
Yes.
That's a new movie that's going to be limited release in theaters, AMC theaters, correct?
Yes,
correct.
that's correct.
Friday.
September 27th.
All right, so let's get into it. So, Mona, this is something that you're executive producing?
Producing along with,
okay.
yes, Tressa Smallwood. Shout out to Megamind Media.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And Jussie's A Supermassive Movie.
Yes.
Okay.
That is actually the name of his production
Absolutely.
company.
And by the way, I saw that you had my guy from The Office.
Yes, Leslie David
That was like one of my favorite
he came
shows.
on and just did this beautiful cameo, and he opens.
I love that y'all got him on there because
he's so special.
Yeah.
So
okay.
special.
So
I love him.
How did you even approach him and get him for that role? I just have to know because The Office and Curb Your Enthusiasm, of course, but Vivica was on that.
Right.
Those are some of my favorite shows. So talk to me about how that happened.
He became my friend. I was driving one day, and I don't know what I was going through, but I was driving, and he pulls up beside of me and he says, "Pick up your head, young man."
And I looked over.
Were you on the phone?
No.
Okay.
I think I was looking a little. He says I was looking a little down.
Okay.
Right. And so he yells, "Pick up your head, young man." I look over. I'm like, Stanley. So I'm like, why is Stanley in the office giving me from the office giving me a pep talk? And then I hit him up on social media and I said, hey, I was actually going through it and you said pick your head up, and I appreciate that. And we just started chatting and became friends. And I actually called him for another project that we did, and he said yes to that. So when I called him for this, he said yes, but only if I can do a scene with Miss Vivica.
Ooh, okay.
And I said, and then I went back to the drawing room. I was like, and wrote that damn scene with him and Vivica, because it's just, he's just a wonderful human being. But every single person in this film was a phone pickup.
Right now I'm with Carlos King, and we're talking to Jussie Smollett, Mona Scott Young, and Jabari Red about the movie The Lost Holiday. All right, well, let's talk some more about the whole plot of this movie, because like I said, we're not giving away too much.
This film was absolutely inspired by my mother as a black woman who married into a non-black family in the 70s and raised us in the 80s and the 90s. It was not always easy to navigate that. And my father was not speaking to my grandmother for a very long time. And when he passed, that's when I saw my mother and my grandmother bond. And, that's what so many go through, not just because of sexuality, but because of race, because of religion, because
Trust
of culture.
Me, I know.
So that's definitely something that inspired us for the film.
Even with my father being Chinese, when my grandfather passed, he wouldn't speak to me or my brother our whole lives because my father married a black woman. They didn't want my aunts and uncles to come to the wedding or anything. And so even he had suffered from a stroke, and we could see that, the end was near. My dad would be like, "Go sit next to your grandfather," but he was not having that.
Wow.
Yeah, so even in all of that. But my grandmother wasn't really like that, but I feel like she would kind of follow behind what my grandfather wanted. And so once he passed, it was but it was already just so strained, I feel like.
Absolutely.
So that's
and
not
that's
an easy
what this
thing.
movie, we hope people take away from it, that, it's about family, finding family, loving each other while you're here and while they're here.
Right.
And then, forgiveness.
Yeah.
I was going to say
forgiving
that forgiveness
not
is important.
only the other person, but forgiving yourself. If there are
Because
things
the sad reality of the situation is that someone may pass, unfortunately, without you getting to say everything that you wanted to say, and dare I say, without even being able to make amends with someone maybe that you have fallen out with, and that is so unfortunate. But even still, there's still work that you got to do because you're still here. So you have to do something. You have to try to make amends. If not with them, then at least with the situation, because you're here. So what are you going to do with yourself for the rest of your life?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Right now, I'm with Carlos King, and we're talking about the movie The Lost Holiday that's in limited AMC theaters tomorrow. We have Jussie Smollett, Mona Scott Young, and Jabari Red here. And when we come back, Jussie Smollett is going to address his comeback and dealing with all the people that had all the jokes about him. It's way up.
Yeah. Let's go.
Turn me up.
Here we go again.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and you guys know we are partnering with St. Jude all day. Become a monthly donor by pledging just $19 a month to help kids at St. Jude fight cancer and other diseases like sickle cell. When you do, you'll get the new This Shirt Saves Lives t-shirt. Just text the word Way Up to the number 785-833 and click the link from St. Jude to donate. Right now, I'm here with Carlos King, and we're talking to Jussie Smollett, Mona Scott Young, and Jabari Red about the movie The Lost Holiday. Now, Jussie, I have to ask you, with everything that you've been through.
Do you have to ask, Angela?
Yes, I do. But getting back into Hollywood, do you feel like things are getting better? You feel like, okay, people are more receptive now, because it was a tough time.
It certainly was a tough time. I mean, unless anybody was living under a rock. Even if the rest of the world has not moved on from it, I am in the process of moving on from it. So all I can really do is keep working, and keeping myself mentally healthy and physically healthy. And I have been working very, very hard in every single element of myself. So people are going to say what they want to say. I can't lie to you and sit there and be like, oh, it doesn't bother me. It just brushes right off. No, it bothers me. Sometimes it hurts my feelings. Sometimes it really pisses me off. But at the same time, there are so much more important things that I know factually the world needs to see. And so I'm not interested in necessarily giving everybody what they want, but I will give them what they need, and that's the truth from me, and some good art. That's all I can do.
And how is forgiveness for you? Because people have made jokes and comments, and like you said, they can be really hurtful. But now that you're...
I ain't forgiving. No, I'm just kidding.
I know you run into people, and I know that there's times that like maybe somebody now is like, oh yeah, I want to get him on the show. I want to do X, Y, and Z. How are you with that? Because like you said, forgiveness is one of the themes of this movie.
Ask Avian over there, our publicist, how many times it's like,
No,
no.
but you know what? You know what? Just you know what you do say, because I think like you're full of crap right now. Because I have heard you so many times say, "I get it.
Yeah,
I understand why people have thought the things that they've thought." You know.
Look, I mean, that is very true. Look, at the end of the day,
If
at
I
the end-
remove, you can remove it from being personal and say, "Let me step back."
No. I can, and I do, but at the same time, you know, I get. Here's the thing: as far as the public goes, I understand why they would feel the way that they did based on the narrative that was spun, and then on top of it, the way that it was served in such a horrendous, egregious way that it's just did not happen. You know what I mean? As far as media or people like that, I don't have to talk to you if I don't want to. Like, I'm not going to go to your show and just do it just because I need to promote the movie. There are really great people around that are nice, that ask questions that they need to ask, that they do need to ask, you know, that give me an opportunity to explain certain things. And I appreciate that. But if you're going to come to me in a way that is malicious or vindictive or the gotcha situation, no. And I know who that is. And those are the shows that you have not seen us on.
Okay. Yeah. Right now I'm with Carlos King, and we're talking to Jussie Smollett, Mona Scott Young, and Jabari Red about the movie The Lost Holiday.
A large part of the reason why I am even sitting here, though, honestly, is and came back outside and like stopped hiding up in my apartment and up in Harlem, like is really because of Mona. Mona is the one that would call me and say, "You've got to go outside. You've got to live your life. You've got to." Yeah, she would literally call and be like, "Let's go," and I'd be like, "I don't want it. Let's go, boo-boo, let's go." And you know what I'm saying? So she really is that person, and this is the thing, it was before we were really working together, so it wasn't like she was trying to get anything from me. She wasn't trying to be like, yo, come do a reality show or anything like that. She really was. She became my friend.
Now, would you do a reality show, Jussie?
Never.
Carlos.
Well, I don't know, Carlos. Bring me the contract and we'll see what they're paying.
Well, listen, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And Friday, limited in theaters, The Lost Holiday.
Yes.
Thank you again, Jabari. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Mona, always a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having us.
And Carlos, you know I love when you sit in, so thank you.
Thanks for having me here, and I get to be surrounded by friends. So
Mona might come guest host one day. I don't know.
That would be
I'd
amazing.
love to. I told you that the last time.
I know you booked and busy.
And
though.
I was like, you got Carlos? No.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
All right.
You can tell when y'all are real friends. That's real friendship.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
You can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up With Ye. And when we come back, you guys have the last word.
Pick up the phone. Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and I'm here with my guy, Mano.
That's right.
Mano, I always miss you when you're not here.
No,
I
you didn't
do.
want me here. You didn't, you know.
I do. Shout out to Carlos King, though, who was here for a couple of days.
See?
He actually got nominated for an Emmy, so we'll find out tonight if he wins an Emmy.
Because I didn't get nominated for an Emmy, you didn't have me here.
You didn't? I could have sworn you did.
Not yet.
Anyway, we are following this whole Eric Adams situation. I'm almost done reading this whole 57-page indictment. And so what I'm gathering is there's a lot of trips that were upgraded.
Yeah, man, but that's just regular stuff for politicians, though. So, I mean, listen, I'm going with the fact that, you know, they singling him out. Definitely black. And the fact that I could text him, man.
That's why.
Now,
hopefully you're not in this indictment. I'm not done yet.
Hey, listen, no, like, for real. The next mail, I need your number. I need, like, soon as I get a mayor that I can have personal contact with, this is what they do.
Well, I saw Jesus say, did you see what he said?
Nah.
With Diddy and with Mayor Eric Adams, they might as well put a 0 bond in Rikers.
Wow.
People have jokes about everything. It's a shame. But anyway, thank you again to Jussie Smollett, Mona Scott Young, and Jabari Red for joining us today. You can see their movie, The Lost Holiday, in theaters limited, AMC theaters tomorrow. And you guys, I want to thank y'all for stepping up. And you can still step up and be a hero for kids battling cancer. This September, St. Jude needs your help. For just $19 a month, become a member and receive the This Shirt Saves Lives t-shirt. Text WAY UP to 785-833 to make a difference. That's way up to 785-833. Standard data and text messaging rates apply. Thank you to Nakia from Darby, Pennsylvania, Carla from Norfolk, Virginia, Twana from Montgomery, Alabama, Dion from St. Louis, Missouri, Sharice from New York City, everybody who's been donating. We appreciate you all so much. Step it up, guys.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.